So today we're going to do part 2 of what's entailed with surrender, the idea of surrender. People from many walks of life, many spiritual paths talk about surrender. It's probably the common thread. I believe Christians surrender to Christ. I'm not actually sure how Jews would frame that. I'll have to ask my sister and see if she knows. But there is the theme of the Almighty and the idea that if God is willing. So it's you and God, you and Christ, you and the universe, you and the divine, you and separate. So surrender, we have to remember, it's very important, is a concession to the separate self. What that means, and I think that's Rupert Spira's phrase, it's in kindness to the idea that all of us who are able to navigate the world, and that means everybody listening, knows how to be a separate self. Let's put it that way. We know how to buy a ticket for an airplane. We know how to sign up for a course. We know how to get food for ourselves. We know how to dress ourselves. We go to the doctor for ourselves. You get it. We do for ourselves. And then we perceive separate other bodies. So no matter where we go in our understanding of quantum physics that says we're energy, or any other spiritual belief that says we're not separate bodies, we're coming from a separate body when we surrender. But you know what? I think it's important to know how to surrender, because I think it might be the bridge. I'm going to write that word down, so I put it in the summary. The bridge to oneness. How can that be? Well, the direct experience in non-duality is beyond words, because words are dualistic, up and down, in and out, surrendered or not surrendered, ego and God, opposites too, love and fear, whatever your paradigm is. And last time I gave you 3 ideas. I don't know if they're good. It's just what came to me in a conversation, to start with okay to your mind. Your mind is full. Let's just say, I don't want to even repeat those 3 ideas. What I want to do is step into something new right now with you. When we're in the thinking mind, when we're filled with the feelings, when we're numb or immobilized in the body because of tension or shaking or whatever form you have of worry, nervous stomach, headache, right? You get it. So it's you either majorly feel things in your body along with thoughts and feelings, or you majorly feel things in your feelings and then also in your body and your thoughts. And you get the idea. You're filled. I'm filled. If we're in this place, and that's an alert. It's an alarm clock. Thank you, Jennifer Hadley, for the alarm clock idea. But it's a signal. It's a signal that we're not at peace. When we're overly filled, now let's separate what I was calling the mind, and we can call that the personality. instead of the mind, because some people think mind is just thinking. In this frame, mind is thoughts, feelings, perceptions, personality, body, all of it, meaning the separate being. When we're filled, we're not in an open condition, right? We want something, we don't like something, we're scared of something, we're in past, going over something, or we're in future anticipating something, but we're filled. The common thread is filled. Take a moment and see if that's true. Take a moment when you were not in your meditative practice, when I assume you were more open. It's about being filled. So when I gave you those 3 ideas yesterday, or whenever your last Thursday musing came, it was to open up, to shake you up, to have a pattern interrupt, to find a doorway, if you will, out of the loud filled into more of the empty, where you can hear the yes, do it, move, get your shoes on, get a glass of water. It's not just the big dimensions in life of your next big movement. It's right now. Do this. Go get some food. Don't get food. You're not hungry. There's a direction. Not everybody hears words. It's a movement. Sometimes the movement is no. I think I ought to do this, but the answer is no. I want to do this, but the answer is no. So I think even if you don't hear the no, maybe you can't move. Maybe you're calling it resistance. Maybe you're calling it something else. But just for today, would you be willing to simplify it? Because the ego loves complication, because you can put off everything. So, yes, no, and trouble. Yes and no is for the practical world. And it's also the simplification of surrender. Trouble is, I don't know. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Today, I just want you to see you're not in surrender. The divine is very clear. Do this, don't do this. It doesn't say, but maybe, and in case, and I don't know, and maybe this, maybe that. No. It's always, everybody agrees. I've never heard anybody speak with any validity that, to me, that said the divine doesn't speak very simply and very quietly. It's a nudge. I don't know why I turned this way. The direction said that way. Or I meant to follow the recipe, but I did this. If there is a divine, the divine is not limited to just what you think is spiritual and the rest of your life is for you to figure out. So what if the divine is in everything, even in the trouble? So this play world that we're in, if we are all energy, then it is a play world. It's either serious, there's a tangible world, and it ends when we end, and then goes on with a new body. You can't have it both ways. So just going with maybe the life of a dog or a cat. We don't superimpose on a life of a dog and a cat that they're any more than their lived moments. But we don't give them the meaning that they're here to change the world. If the world is being changed through a person, then that's the divine. It's not the separate person. The body did it. I'm just asking you to try it on and see if being a cog in the wheel of life doesn't feel a whole lot better. Then it's all up to you to perform and do better and know more and be nicer and look better and be whatever you are caring about. What if your life is about being an instrument, and that can only be in the now? So start to focus on what wakes you up from that space of being filled. I'm offering you one thing today, and that's the word trouble. That is what helped me when I was suffering, when Melissa passed. And then I got a reprieve to see I was okay. From that moment on, I was able to go to hurtful thoughts and feelings or freedom, one or the other. Freedom is living under the direction of the divine. And when I do that, there isn't a divine and me. It's only the isness. Let's next time talk more about what could that mean, the isness. Thanks for being with me today. Bye for now.